Sucia Island. Look at Susha. How's it going? Pretty good, pretty good. Go forward.
Yeah, right there is pretty.
Yeah, that's a beautiful boat. See that bridge?
Yeah.
Hold on, hold on.
Hold up on what?
Oh, that's perfect.
You going out to 10?
All right, peeps. We are on the dock at Susha. We were able to get on the dock. Somebody was leaving. We were able to pull in. So I'm gonna take you around this island and just let you see why it's so beautiful. So a lot of families come here with their kids and camp. Boaters boat in. You can only get here by boat, so you can hear a little motor in the background, a little dinghy motor running. So our trip's been pretty successful. We got lots of shrimp, but now we're trying to go get some ling cod tonight. I'm about to check the tides real quick and see if we're gonna be able to get ling cod, but I'll check. Susha is one of my favorite islands. You'll never hear me complain about this island. It's a gem. You really can only get there, boat. I guess you can take a plane, and there's also a ferry that gets you there as well. There's group camping, which is kind of funny because if you're coming over on a nice boat, I don't know if you really need group camping, but there's a lot of events that happen there. The island is fun. Just the topography of the island is unbelievable. Take a walk on an early Sunday morning, and if you don't believe in God or if you're not religious, you will definitely be after that walk. This place is very special. Ask anyone who's visited Susha. I should have packed my tent and took this spot, but we didn't. We're staying on the boat instead. And look at that. You know what that is, people? I think it's salt water. Yeah. It might be fresh. If it's fresh water, oh, I can see it now. I don't know if you can see it, but there's mosquitoes flying around. Yeah. If you're gonna be in this one, you better have some off. The overlook spot. You don't have to worry about me being up there. Okay. So how do you get to Susha? Boat. There's also a ferry that comes, it docks at the end of the dock, and it picks up passengers and takes off passengers. This place is still a gem. They should, well, that's kind of selfish. I was going to say they shouldn't be telling everybody and keep it a gem. But everyone deserves to be able to come here and check this out and have fun. Since Susha is an island, that is very limited, with very limited access, I was surprised by how many campsites. There's campsites all along Susha Island. The hikes are unbelievable. I said you can hike it in a day. That would be a very long day. There's a lot of trails. And each trail is very specific. It has its own special qualities. Here I am hiking down to the beach campsites. These sites are really nice. Or actually, I'm thinking I'm going over to the restroom actually, just to check that out for the viewers. They have composting toilets. The restrooms are really clean. What you saw on the floor was dirt just from people walking up the path, but yeah, they do a really good job. And over here you can see there's some campsites right on the water. The campsite in the very far frame of the video is a very private site. You have no one on the other side of you. So, it's all yours. There is a site next to it though that is in the trees sort of. So you got a lot of shade. If it's a nice hot day, you would definitely want to be in that shaded area. But it is funny to see this place fill up on a weekend or a holiday. People will pull up with their big yachts or big, large boats. They anchor. They'll tie a line to the trees. If they're tying a line to trees, I know they're Canadian right away because that's what they do in Canada. And then the kids will jump in the dinghies and they will run ashore with like tents and things like that, guitars. So as the adults are having their sundowners and partying on the boats, the kids are doing the same thing on the shoreline. Well, hopefully they're not drinking too much, but or at all if they're underage. But yeah, it is a sight to see as the boats pull in. One boat will anchor, two other boats will attach to the sides of that boat. Then they'll run a stern line to the beach and wrap it around a tree and bring that line back to the boat. So they're very secure throughout their anchorage. Just a lovely, lovely place. If I talk a lot about Susha, it's because I really enjoy Susha. Susha to me is one of the best islands in the San Juans. Ask my wife; she'll tell you the same thing. There's many things to do. Some of the beaches and some of the rock. The rock is sandstone, so as we get down towards the end of this walk, you're going to see rocks that have been eroded away by the water because it's sandstone. This place was also ideal because it has a cave system for smugglers. Smugglers would smuggle in alcohol, and among other things. And as you or your kids, whoever's the bravest, go into this cave system, you'll see, fossils. You'll see all kinds of stuff. The island is just it could be a museum if you want like a maritime type museum without ships and vessels and that type of thing. Yeah, but the place is really nice, and you have to be very cautious around the island because there's a lot of reefs, shallow reefs. I love it because it's great fishing, but if you don't understand the area, pay attention to your nautical charts because you can run aground out here fairly easy, especially at low tide. And as you can see the rocks here, you can see how they've eroded away. This is sandstone. The rocks have eroded away and makes kind of like kind of a mushroom shape. Yeah. Don't feel bad. If you don't have a boat, you can still get here. They have a ferry system that gets you here. You just pay a charter person and they ferry you over. It's pretty organized and it is definitely a fun place to be. On a weekend, you want to get away. It's funny, you get here, you'll run into quite a few people every now and again, but a lot of times it's still, your island. I mean, this is a holiday and the island wasn't too packed. The campsites were along that dock area. They were completely booked, with the exception of two. Everything else was booked, but you got your space. As I'm walking around, you're not seeing any people, and I'm not trying to avoid people, not to videotape them, but I'm just showing you what I'm seeing, and you're not seeing many people. Something that was really funny to me was the trees, and I didn't take a lot of video of the trees or pictures, but they were twisted, they were gnarly, they were growing out of rock. They were growing off the side of the island. Yeah, they were amazing. Some of them were rotten on the inside, and I don't know how they were being supported. So if you are camping in the high campsites, you want to... Actually, there's no campsites around those types of trees, but as you're walking, if it's windy, you may want to be careful. I haven't heard of anyone having a trouble, but these trees were really unique. And there were little critters too that lived in them. There's no real pest on the island, such as raccoons or anything like that. Other islands, you got to be careful. Those raccoons will come and get you. They come take your food, and then they'll try where those raccoons are. But there's none on Susha, so you're good there. Good morning, Live Lifers. Hey, it's last day. We're gonna get ready to go home from Sucia Island. It's a little windy, so you're gonna pick up a lot of camera noise. I'll probably edit over or put some audio over some of the camera noise. But yeah, great trip. Didn't catch as many fish as I wanted, but it's okay. We can do it again. So I just want to give you a little bit more of Sucia Island from the on the other side. Right now we're at the docks, but we're going to be headed up and over. The place is pretty cool to hike. You can hike the whole island in a good day and enjoy yourself. They got a lot of high banks, high peaks and things like that. But yeah, we're getting ready to go home. Hopefully the wind will die down a little bit, or it's going to be a lumpy ride. Lumpy, and we got, you know, the tops on the boat, so no worries about the spray. But other than that, it might be lumpy. All right. Okay, we are in what's called Fossil Bay. We have docks here, and our boat is on the dock. And yesterday, the hike I took was around this little cove, and then over here. And today, I'm going up, and I'm going to go over towards Mud Bay. I just want to see what the water looks like before we take off. And you can hear the wind. They're saying they got 40 miles an hour coming down the Strait, so on the Fuca. And the place that we're going to recover our boat is called Bellingham Harbor. And when straits along the Fuca are bad, Bellingham Harbor is like a nightmare. So just some photos of kind of what we got going on here. And let me take a hike. I'm gonna see if we can get out of here by maybe 8:30. Maybe I can beat the winds coming down the Strait. There were some high campsites up here, which were really nice. And you're in the trees, so you're definitely protected from the wind. And you have these gorgeous 360 views. I didn't video some of the folks, but they had hammocks set up in the trees, and it was just nice. I would definitely stay there if I had the opportunity. Okay, so this is the older dock. A lot of boats like to get over here. You know, we're just happy to get any spot on the dock. So this is the older dock. We're on the newer dock. You can tell by the construction of it. This is old wood, and the other dock is kind of it's like a graded fiberglass. So what you're going to see first is Mud Bay. Mud Bay is very calm. There's a lot of boats that go into this area to just get some reprieve and stay on the hook. They'll drop their anchor, stay on the hook. There aren't any mooring buoys there. You have to get to Mud Bay via one of the docks. You have to pass one of the docks to get there. The hike over to Johnston's Peak was a very nice hike. And what you're seeing now, this is Snoring Bay. Snoring Bay is another bay that's really nice, but when the wind or current is going down Snoring Bay, it can become a nightmare. The boats that you'll see out here shortly, they're on anchor and also on mooring balls. The mooring buoys, they will support the boats as long as they're not bigger than 45 feet, but you still have to be careful because sometimes those buoys, the anchors, they're big concrete blocks with anchors. They'll drag every now and again if your boat's too big, or if you have a lot of current and wind going down, you know, the mouth of it. And everything here looks like little fingers, right? Susha is like little fingers. I eventually did make it to Johnston's Peak, and it was really nice. It was very, very windy. In the video, I'm going to leave a little audio in just so you can hear how windy it was. But Johnston Peak was very beautiful. Gave me a good view of my passage back over towards Bellingham. And it was windy, but Steady Lady can handle the waves that I had. I had a bunch of wind chop, little current. Wasn't too bad as we cruised across later. It wasn't bad at all. We didn't really get that. We didn't get wet at all because we had tops on, but the boat handled it, everything great, and did what it wanted to do. remember to like and subscribe. We really appreciate your watching our videos and enjoying what we do. So let's continue this journey. Thank you.